Hey you guys, I wanted to take a minute to talk about the pose Wildthing. This is an awesome pose. It's a heart opener, it's an arm balance, and yet oftentimes I see that the way we teach it makes it really hard for our students to do, and even sometimes makes it unsafe. So check it out. Here's how I like to teach it and see if it works for you. So when teachers teach Wildthing, so often they start it from downward facing dog. But let me show you why this is a concern to me. So here we are, downward facing dog. Usually we stretch a leg up, kick it over, and then teachers cue like flip your dog. And that's kind of all they give you. But look at the distance between this foot and the floor. And I got to go back. And the only place that this is going to go, right, is my low back, or if I drop, maybe I drop into my shoulder. So the 2 points here of vulnerability in doing this pose are the low back and the stabilizing shoulder, which tends to drop out. So we need to set our students up in a way that can really mitigate against those risks. So in my opinion, changing the entrance from down dog to side plank goes so far to solving your problems, and all you had to do was change your entrance pose. So check it out. When you start off in side plank, and here we got the legs going, you can take the time to stabilize the shoulder on the back first. Then turn the top knee up towards the sky, step the foot back behind you. Now the back bend, rather than being driven by the low back, can come from the shoulder blade, drawing into the back body as you turn your ribs up towards the sky. So here I've really got the shoulder blade stabilizing on my back, and then I use the strength of the legs to lift my heart. So there's no chance here of dropping into the pose. And then when I bring students back out, I have them come back into side plank, lift their hips higher, and then come down into plank and then climb on out. So when we come into the pose from side plank, you take out that big drop, which could potentially drive students into their lower back or potentially make them forget about their shoulder. So let me walk you through it one more time. So I would say, this is how I'd cue it. All right, everybody, side plank, squeeze the legs together. Sometimes I'll even have students take their hand onto their shoulder blade, pull their shoulder blade down and up and into their back. Turn the top knee up, step it back behind you, scoop the shoulder blade on the back, root the hand down, and then from there, lift your chest up towards the sky. And then you can press through your feet to drive the hips up, which will increase the back bend, nice big stretch, and then lift your hips higher as you come back into side plank, and then bring your hands down. So all of those points of stabilizing the body by, rooting down through the hand, keeping the shoulder blade on the back will really help to keep your students safe in this pose, and will also let them find, I think, a deeper expression. So go ahead, play with that, and I look forward to hearing what you think.